engineer is being held prisoner at the Waksin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Waksin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
I like how we have a whole dedicated main mission for this Bionics dude. I know we end up getting some pretty neat arm things, but he doesn't ever show up in like a cutscene or anything like that.
It just happens to be the man who developed your prosthetic hand.
You'd figure he'd be a little bit more important.
If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
I mean, even like other characters like Malik just straight up gets kicked out. He doesn't get locked in or anything like that like some of the other main characters. Nope, he's gone. That's just funny to me. So we're gonna send her over to the Waksin barracks. And we will just kind of phantom cigar so she can hurry the hell up.
Enemy presence. The map has been enemy presence. The map has been enemy presence detected. Buddy has infiltrated the map has been updated.
Buddy has infiltrated the outpost. I'd hope she did more than that in the 5 hours I just skipped. Alright, as long as she has a decent amount of them marked, that's all I really care about. Now, there is a super way that I could cheese this.
The target is somewhere inside that outpost.
Like putting a smoke grenade on my car, but I'm not gonna do that. We'll be legitimate.
Analysis complete.
Alrighty.
The map has been updated.
Let's see how many people she did mark. A lot of them.
Analysis complete.
Who the hell is that guy?
Marker placed.
That prisoner doesn't look like the target.
Enemy presence detected.
There's just a guy chilling out all the way at the top.
Map has been updated.
That's hilarious to me. Damn it, range. There we go. It'll be fine. We'll just extract these guys out of the area. We'll never have to worry about them. How many other prisoners are there? Like, probably 3. So this is going to be, like, a hell of a lot easier than, the other one. Or the extreme mission. Or, no, not the extreme mission. Subsistence mission. Where they just give you nothing. Nope, we still have our full loadout. And the way I generally play this game ends up leading to, people being knocked out and extracted. So I don't get detected that much. And when I do get detected, I end up reverting back anyways and try again. That is just the person I am. Now this guy. This guy's fun. Remember him? We had to keep on knocking him out because the checkpoint kept on putting us back. Is he gonna be armored this time?
Analysis
Yeah, really.
complete.
Damn it. I want to try something. You can see their neck is kind of exposed. Very, very slightly. Fuck me. I'm at 50 meters, which means this is pretty much going straight into his neck. So either I just can't hit that spot, even though it's slightly exposed. I mean, look at this. It's on his neck. Alright. These guys legitimately cannot have their shit knocked out. I wasted tons of ammo to prove that.
Subject on board.
Is that guy dead?
The rest to us.
Where'd he go? There's nobody up there anymore. Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong place. Okay. prisoner. I don't know what you're doing, just chilling out on top of this hill. You don't have any useful skills, but you give me bonus objectives, and that's good.
You have arrived at your destination. The map
Okay, subject is in.
I probably should have moved that prisoner before we extracted him.
arrived at your destination.
Contact, yes.
Analysis
Radio
complete.
for help, no. Alright. I don't remember what the range of this is. It's either 30 meters? Yeah, it's 30 meters. Okay.
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
I'm only worried about if the enemies come down to this specific place.
Analysis.
Hey, S-rank support! I'll take it.
Nice work. Keep it up.
Has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. ЛКП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи. Всем боевым группам. Это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить все детали. КП, это Зоя-2. Тут что-то есть. Что делать? Прием. Это КП. Понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Oh wow, I didn't get the second guy. That's fine. That's whatever. I like how they consider that enemy sabotage. Just, you know, random smoke.
Analysis complete.
Alright, I accept these guys into my mother base.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
They should have had a mission where you had to leave absolutely no traces. Which would be a bitch, because I've never gotten that rating yet. You can't shoot anybody.
Exfiltrated.
You can't let anybody be spotted, all that kind of stuff. Oh boy.
Mission complete.
Whoa.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Are they really? Are they really going to do that? Extracted the prisoner plotting to escape from Waksin Barracks. He was plotting? It didn't really look like it, but okay. Yeah, this guy can make stuff for me, and that's neat. Crawling hippo. I got a large number of people with very interesting names. I don't remember them exactly, but you can just rest assured they're probably silly. Alright, well, while I'm out here, I might as well do some of the side ops. Unfortunately, I left my car all the way over there, so I gotta go pick that up. Or that's quiet. My car You serious? It's fine. I can afford sending down another car. I should just call in D-Walker.
Please select a
And
drop
just
point.
very loudly
Supplies
Fulton
requested.
Ballista everybody. I mean, I got another upgrade for it. Because that was one of the things that was
Vehicle
added in the
drop
last
complete.
update.
Please specify a project.
For some reason, someone said, you know what the Fulton Ballista needs? More ammo. And that's exactly what they added. So now you can have 12 Fulton Ballistas. Let's see. Why not do this? And fuck it. We'll do this too. If I ever use D-Walker, you might as well have some pretty neat gadgets. Ooh, let's get that last Gatling gun upgrade. You never know when I'll have to go against the skulls again in one of these missions. Alright, let me actually look at the support thing. So I can bomb them, I can smoke them, I can sleeping gas them, I can make it so they can't respond or do anything else like that, and I can modify weather. That's kind of neat. The best thing about all these little gadgets is, yeah, you don't want to use them in, like, the main stories because it affects your rating. But as soon as you're not in the main story, suddenly everything's awesome. It's like, oh man, I need to go rescue that child. Cloak. Who cares about stealthing? I am the stealth. My favorite part about using the camo, the stealth camo, is that you can, like, just run up to people and hold them up. You can hold up an entire camp just by going like, da, 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 da. I'm invisible. You can't see me. I saw an S-rank guy. I'm gonna go abduct him. But yeah, you can see what I mean. It's really easy to get S-rank guys now. They're just like, at least always one random S-rank dude around an outpost.
Enemy presence detected. The map has
And he's not
been
even a
updated.
boaster. So you know he's legit.
Analysis complete.
Does he have a fellow
Analysis
S-rank guy?
complete.
Yes, he does. Look at that. Alright, we're gonna send Quiet out to the child area. Might as well. Buddy Sports, yeah.
Please select a deployment
Remark
point.
Hotte Palace. And because we still have to listen to cassette tapes so we can get the secret ending of the game, let's listen to the informant's report.
We finished decoding the informant's report. That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the Third Boy. The Third Boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the Third Boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will. The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The Third Boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Contrary to psychotronics, which involves controlling the human mind, his abilities as a receptor are too high. The emotions he picks up from another individual are amplified and unleashed into his body as they recur in his brain. They turn into microwaves, which then affect the physical world, triggering paranormal phenomena like the spontaneous combustion of organic matter or psychokinesis, moving an object without touching it. There's one other thing. While he's parasitizing a host, the boy's ego gets shut away, allowing the will of the host to take control of his powers, like some annoying static drowning out your own voice. That means he isn't responsible for what's been happening. Somebody's extreme anger has manifested through the third boy's powers in ways none of us could have predicted, which would mean this was going on somewhere around us.
Ooh.
Looking back.
Okay. I mean, I figured that was what was going on pretty much from the get-go. It was kind of interesting that he was connected to Vulcan, even when I didn't, you know, think of the flaming dude as Vulcan. It was kind of like, oh, alright, those two are obviously connected in some way, but is that second individual a manifestation of the power? Or himself, and the boy just happens to be linked to him? If you notice, like looking back through like some of the cutscenes, he actually will sometimes have other people's stuff on him. So, for example, he'll have, I think, Eli's necklace, or Skullface's like mask thing. As that was very interesting. I'm like, oh, okay. And so for him to very suddenly be like, ah, yes, this kid has a stronger will than Vulcan, I must enact it. That's funny.
According to the intel team, the escaped kids should be around here. Locate and secure them.
Alrighty, let's see what we can do.
The map has been
I already know where the
updated.
kid is, and, well, quiet, yeah. He's up there.
Placed.
You can disrupt communications between enemy outposts by destroying comms equipment. That'll prevent one post from sending reinforcements to
What
another.
the fuck happened? Quiet, you dumbass. You attracted their attention.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I'm just gonna let her fire and attract their attention. What are your skill levels?
Analysis complete.
Ooh, A++ and everything. I'm sure I still have a few people who are like
Analysis
lower rank.
complete.
Ooh, yes. Knock him out. Knock him out. Okay, fine, I'll do it. No, that works. I need ammo. Thankfully, she already scouted out the ammo for me, but it's kind of on that high up ridge, so whoops.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Teamwork! I stop their moving and she instantly takes them out.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Keep doing your work, you quiet. Eventually you'll be gone, but that's fine. We have you for now. The moment's what it really matters. What are your skills? Yeah, he's a boaster, which means he's a
Subject
liar.
on board. Leave the rest to us.
I don't mind that though.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Grenade! Alright, how am I gonna break this?
Fun will rise momentarily.
With explosions.
Analysis complete.
You guys don't get any reinforcements. Uh-oh.
You gonna extract him?
Hi, how you doing? got him above? That's nice.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That should put him to sleep. Yep, he didn't jump that far. Alright, what's your skill level? Hey, plus. While we might still be getting, or while we might be having a lot of S rank dudes, A++ is still worth it. Even A+, I think.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Let me quickly look at the people I have. Alright, so yeah, we still have a bunch of A ranks in the combat unit. A bunch of D ranks inside of the security team. Yep, all the way up to B, more likely. Yep, definitely good to get A+, especially with all the fucking things we're getting now. Oh my gosh. Now, would I say it's worth it to slap money into Metal Gear Solid 5? Probably, definitely not. But I had it, so I wanted to see what it was like. Wow, you know what? Screw you, buddy. I'm a booster. Anyways, I wanted to see what what I could really get by using the mother base coins. And a lot of people got really angry about them. Because you know how it is. Pay to win! Oh my god! But as I mentioned earlier, it costs a lot of fucking money to upgrade these things to the same level as everything else. It costs $5 million just to get the last level for that FOB. And that's for the second one. You can have 4 FOBs. So I'm imagining that either the third and fourth ones are going to have the same cost as the second one, or they're going to have even higher costs. You know, and you just end up spending $5 million on the third and fourth level.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hi, how you doing? Alright, I was hoping you would, like, talk about, you know, Eli. But if you're not going to talk at all, enjoy the wormhole!
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it got me to where I wanted to be. Ah, B rank, right, okay. Ah, so disappointing. Alright, next place I have to go is all the way to here. The Sheop ruins? Or... yeah, okay, ruins. I was gonna say runes. Everyone keeps waking up. We're just gonna equip our box and hope for the best. Although they're on alert, so I think I can't use the cardboard box to transport myself, which is sad. I'll just have to drive my way out there. But we'll try first. Because, I mean, it's not a combat alert, they're just kind of suspicious. Yes! Okay.
Please select a delivery point.
Oh my god, I never got the, oh, I hate it all. I never got the transport area over here. Fuck it, I might as well just drive and listen to more reports then. Oh my god, there's so many.
On it. A lot of things make sense now. The man on fire, Sahelanthropus.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Life thanks to the third boy's powers. Everything has been happening through him as a catalyst. We first saw him in the hospital on Cyprus. The boy parasitizing the man on fire's desire for revenge gave him his new abilities in return. He next appeared at the Hamid Fighters Fort where the honeybee was hidden. There, the boy parasitized Skullface's vengeful mind. He controlled Sahelanthropus, making it do whatever Skullface wanted. Same goes for when we extracted Emmerich onto the chopper. When he appeared at the Devil's House in Central Africa, Skullface's will controlled the man on fire via the third boy's powers.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Even the informant couldn't pinpoint who the host was in the cave within Serac power plant. Sahelanthropus suddenly became active, then crushed not only the man on fire, but Skullface as well. Surely neither of them could have been the host. Who else was at that location and bore anger more extreme than either of them? Whose will was controlling Sahelanthropus? According to the report, emotions transmitted in children's brains affect the surrounding magnetic field more strongly. Cerebral nerves are covered with insulation called myelin sheaths to increase impulse speed. The reason for this leakage has to do with the fact that children's myelin sheaths are still developing. So, how many children do you remember being there? Children with a burning desire for revenge and bearing a grudge against you. I can think of only one. Eli. We don't know what kind of life he's had, but the resentment he's shown toward adults is nothing short of extraordinary. The third boy resonated with Eli's mind. And that means Eli bore the strongest animosity of all individuals within the boy's reception range, estimated to be a 3-mile radius, beating out even Volgan and Skullface. The third boy has probably remained hooked on Eli's anger since. Remember at the Devil's House, the third boy showed an interest in Shabani? That must have been his ego making a rare appearance. He may possess abilities, but he's still a kid. Maybe them both being kids was enough to bring them together. And if so, maybe with Eli, he isn't feeding off him, but acting in symbiosis with him.
Oh, I'm glad he figured that out relatively quick.
If we look at the location and time that his plane went down, we can make a pretty good guess. When the plane experienced the first anomaly, it gave an accurate report of its position to a control tower, due north of the Black Sea, 125 miles east of Kiev. Dead south on the Black Sea is Cyprus's Green Line. So the plane's position was directly north of the hospital where you'd been asleep for 9 years. And this anomaly was reported at exactly the same time that you woke up. The plane was enveloped in flame from the inside out. The fuselage burnt to ashes. There were no survivors, at least not publicly admitted. Your thoughts formed a synchronicity with the boy's psyche and were amplified inside his brain. That would have been more than enough to trigger his abilities. Your rage was like a big bang in his head, blowing the lid off his powers.
Really?
The boy was then secretly moved to the lab outside of Moscow where Volgan was comatose. There, Volgan's thoughts resonated with the boy and he was awakened. Volgan became the man on fire, hell-bent on getting revenge on you. His instincts led him straight to you. Skullface knew Volgan from Operation Snake Eater, or perhaps from even before. Monitoring this pair of extraordinaries, he discovered the hospital and sent his assassin and XOF. Skullface was probably watching the situation from close by. Then, realizing how useful these two test subjects could be, he approached them. Reacting to Skullface's thirst for revenge, this time the boy let Skullface's will control Volgan. Volgan, at times driven by personal revenge, at times through Skullface's will, kept on moving, though his body was little more than dead meat. Perhaps there were moments where even your thoughts affected him as well. But without the boy's power, it was like the plug had been pulled from the socket. Everything was powered by anger, malice, revenge. This is how the end of the report sums things up. Both the third boy and the man on fire were originally test subjects of paranormal research for military applications, like telekinetically controlling the leader of an enemy nation and making him launch a nuke, or stopping the heart of someone on the wrong side of the Berlin Wall.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Human abilities. They were used as tools of the Cold War. The boy's only crime was being born with unique gifts. But he was sacrificed on the altar of war. his life reduced to slavery under other people's wills. Turned into a living weapon with no will of his own. Eventually, the only emotion he could feel must have been the desire to get revenge for the hand he'd been dealt. Boss, it's you that awakened the boy's powers. But there's more to it than that. I guess the anger emanating from you was something he could truly relate to.
I just want one thing. One person.
Cover me.
I want the S rank guy. Damn it, stop moving!
Outpost captured.
Alright, that was easy actually.
Analysis complete.
I want the S rank guys, the A++ dudes.
Analysis
What we got?
complete.
Oh, here's this fucking
You have
liar.
arrived at your destination.
But just because he's a liar doesn't mean he's not entirely worthless. What did I just say?
You gotta extract him.
From what I hear, or from what I've read, boasters lie about one skill above what they actually are. So an S rank guy is actually A++. An S++ person, or an S+ person is actually S rank. Although I've seen S++ posters, and I doubt they're actually S+. So I actually have no idea who's right in that regard. Whoops. Well. Alright, I have no explosive. Way too long range, take that out. Oh well. I got the S rank, guys. I'm content with what I got there. How many more important things do we have? Oh, yes. Kazuhiro Miller's Epiphany. That's great. I'm listening to that
We
soon.
found weapons in the children's section of the living quarters. As you know, weapons are strictly off limits. We've got some rule breakers. The weapons we found were handmade. Blades ground out of knives and forks, a couple of bow guns built out of scrap, and explosives made using detergents. And get this, the explosives were tightly packed with nails. The kids put the blame on, you guessed it, Eli. I guess that's what he meant by consequences.
I questioned him about it, but this time he claimed they want to be put out on missions. Send us to the battlefield, he says.
Miller, enough is enough. You've protected him too much already. It's my turn to question him.
Protected?
What Eli's doing is issuing a threat. Comply with my demands or I'll respond with force. But it'll be war at this rate. Forks and soap aren't gonna kill us, but some of them will end up dead. Is that what you want? Now, I hate to say it, but they want to be on the battlefield. It's time you gave up this fantasy.
Eli, he said they'd rise up against us if we bring the last kid back.
There, you see? Ignore his demands. Don't let him return to quarters. That attitude is contagious. We'd lose control over them for good.
For the time being, we've confiscated those handmade weapons. We're bumping up security and the number of psychiatric counselors. As for Eli,
He needs some very special care.
you mean solitary?
Well, we can't leave him in contact with the other kids. If you won't do it, I will. Boss, keep working on extracting those kids.
That's what I'm doing. I'm heading all the way to these ruins in order to accomplish that goal. Alright, so before we do anything else, let me send some people out.
Select a mission.
I'm probably gonna be spotted while I'm sitting out here. Okay. I really don't like... I don't like sending people out on missions to get bad groups of recruits. Like C to E, meh. But you take what you can
Unit
get.
Dispatched.
And I do like the chance of getting fuel, though, so I mean, there's
Unit
that.
Dispatched.